my pet dog here, and the reason I wanted to make this inside this cage is because it reminds me very strongly about how closely our pets are related with us. And many of you can actually say that, you know, why have you kept your dog in the cage? No, we have not kept him in the cage. It is very rare that he comes inside this, and we also come and sit inside this cage with him. It's only when somebody is visiting us, maybe like a courier guy or someone, and for a few minutes he has to be inside so that, you know, things can be, you know, conducted in the house in a more smoother way. So only for 15-20 minutes maximum he's there, and otherwise we are also sitting with him. It's like a whole room, you know, it's not a small cage, as you can see this also. So anyway, so this topic is about Vashikaran on dogs. Now yes, I know this may sound very weird to few, but it's actually not weird. You need to understand one thing very clearly. Like Vashikaran is done on human beings, on humans, similarly the Vashikaran is done on your animals as well. It can be done on animals, your pets especially, who are actually staying with you. You know, it can be actually done on them as well. So how this takes place is like this, that first of all, this comes in the section of black magic, and whenever we are talking about black magic, it simply means that someone who's closer to you, someone who's aware of your small things happening in the house or your life area, who knows that who's much more closer to you, is the only person who has that capacity or the privilege or the leverage to do this. Why? Because they know about you in and out. Okay, and especially if someone knows that you love your pet and that pet is with you 24/7 even while sleeping, that becomes a very, very important and strong point for someone to think who's your enemy and who's got a very sharp and a cunning mind, in a negative way I'm talking about, that why don't we do Vashikaran on the pet so that we can make the pet against the owner itself. Because I always say that dogs are the creatures who have the ability, because they have the capacity to take a lot of negative energy that is coming towards you on them. Okay, this is something because they are associated with Lord Kal Bhairav. So they are basically your saviors from many things that are unseen, many things that you cannot see with your naked eyes. And sometimes you must have seen that your dog has suddenly fallen sick. I am not talking about normal circumstances of weather change activity happening or any sort of a normal medical issue. I am talking on beyond medical, I would say, explanations. That situation I am talking about. And maybe if you are about to catch a disease, or maybe you are about to get operated, the same sort of a disease or same sort of an organ of his body will also be affected. For example, in many cases I have seen especially that if there is an attack on you, especially a supernatural attack, the liver of the dog will be severely damaged and affected. Okay? So these are a few things that I am just telling you. Now Vashikaran simply means that plenty of cases which have come to us in which the owners have started complaining about their own dogs, that you know how they have started behaving with us. They're sleeping in the night, suddenly they see their dog just sitting like this with with their legs and arms completely straight, you know, sitting straight like this, and just watching them the whole night, and watching them and staring them the whole night. And that activity seems to be very weird and abnormal to the owner. The moment they used to turn towards the dog and say, oh my god, my dog is awake and staring at me with a very strange look. Sometimes they have also felt that maybe their own dog will attack them in a very fierce manner, you know, or maybe the dog, when a Vashikaran is done on any of the pets, because the pet is roaming in the whole of your whole house. So it acts like a digital camera for your enemy who is wanting to see that what all is going in the house. So wherever your pet will go, that thing will be known to them that what is happening in the house. Okay? There can be several reasons. Now how they have operated your pet is something that really needs a diagnosis, that needs a case study, that needs a special study to be done, that what is going on. And sometimes they will want that you throw your pet out from your house. He or she will do a strange activity which can annoy you, or maybe if you have a small child in your house, suddenly if your dog starts attacking that child, if of course the mind of the dog is absolutely normal medically. Again, I'm saying this, I'm talking about supernatural and normal things out here, not the normal circumstances for any dog. Okay, let me be very clear. So, if that is happening and suddenly your dog has started attacking you people or any of your small little ones, all of a sudden, if it's not in his nature, okay, if it's not a biting dog, that simply means that that poor creature is being operated by some evil force to make sure that this creature gets out of your house, so that it becomes easier for them to attack you, to capture you. Okay, so if you're feeling or you're seeing something, this rigorous change in your pet, all of a sudden, it's time for you to get the diagnosis done and to know the facts. Okay, and diagnosis and case study is not a free service, it's a paid service. I always say your pet is someone who loves you, but if there is something which is destroying that love or that connection, that needs to be seen and taken care of. Okay, so because his or her life can be in danger as well. So if you really love your pet, respect them, love them, and get the diagnosis done, whether from us, whether from anywhere else, and know that what exactly is happening. Okay, so next week I'll come up with another topic. Till then, goodbye.